Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Green. Today we're going to be doing another Bible study. It's going to be on Genesis chapter 50. If you'd like me to come speak at your church, or if you have any questions, please email me at godsohman@gmail.com. Start in Genesis verse 1. And Joseph fell upon his father's face, and he wept upon him, and he kissed him. And Joseph commanded his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father, and the physicians embalmed Israel. And for 40 days were fulfilled for him, for so are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed. And the Egyptians mourned for him 60 days. So the Egyptians actually mourned for his father for 70 days. When the days of his mourning were past, Joseph spake to the house of Pharaoh, saying, If now I have found grace in your eyes, speak, I pray you, in the ears of Pharaoh, saying, My father made me swear, saying, Lo, I die, in my grave which I have digged for me in the land of Canaan, there shalt thou bury me. Now therefore let me go up, I pray thee, and bury my father, and I will come again. So Joseph and his brothers are going to go out to bury his father in the field of the family. And Pharaoh said, Go up, bury thy father, according to he swear. And Joseph went up to bury his father, and with him went all the servants of Pharaoh, the elders of the house, and all the elders of the land of Egypt. And all the house of Joseph, and the brethren, and his father's house, only their little ones, and their flocks, and their herds they left in the land of Goshen. And they went up with him both chariots and horsemen, and it was a very great company. And they came to the threshingfloor of Addah, which was beyond the Jordan, and they mourned a great and very sore lamentation. And he made a mourning for his father 7 days. And when the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, saw the mourning of the floor of Addah, they said, This is a grievous mourning to the Egyptians. Wherefore the name was called Abelmizraim, which is beyond the Jordan. And his sons did unto him according to he commanded them. For his sons carried him to the land of Canaan, and buried him in the cave in the field of Machpelah, which Abraham bought with the field of his possession for the burying place of Ephraim the Hittite before Mamre. And you can see right here, Hebron, it's right there, right below Judea. The place is right below Hebron. You can see here, Machpelah is right here below Hebron. And this is actually the cave that they say is the cave that Abraham was supposed to have bought. And Isaac and Ishmael both took their father Abraham there to bury him. This is what it actually is supposed to look like. It looks quite different than the picture. And Joseph returned to Egypt, he and his brethren, and all that went up with him to bury his father, after he had buried his father. And the question is why did they go back to Egypt when the famine's been over for 12 years now? And when Joseph's brethren saw that their father was dead, he said, Joseph will peradventure hate us, and he will certainly require us all the evil that we did unto him. Remember, this is 39 years later. And they sent a messenger to Joseph, saying, Thy father did command before he died, saying, So shall you say to Joseph, Forgive, I pray thee now, the trespasses of thy brethren, and their sin, for they did unto their evil. And now we pray thee, forgive the trespass of the servants of the good God of the Father. And Joseph wept when he spoke this to them. And his brethren also went and fell down before his face. And they said, Behold, we be at thy servants. And Joseph said unto him, Fear not, for I am in the place of God. But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive. So Joseph's pretty much telling his brothers, I know what you did was wrong, but God meant it for good. Joseph wasn't sold to the Egyptians. He would have never became vice pharaoh. And if he would have never became vice pharaoh, his brothers and his father would have pretty much died because they'd had no food to eat. So they meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. Now therefore fear ye thee not. I will nourish you and your little ones. And he comforted them, and he spake kindly to them. And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's house. And Joseph lived 110 years, so he lived 110. And Joseph saw Ephraim's children in their third generation. Their children also of Machir, the son of Manasseh, were brought upon Joseph's knee. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and God will surely visit you and bring you out of this land, unto the land which he swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I don't understand why they wouldn't just leave. I mean, the famine's been over for 75 years. And Joseph took an oath to the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and he shall carry up my bones from hence. So Joseph died, being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt. Well, I appreciate you guys watching another one of my videos. If you'd like me to come speak at your church, or if you have any questions, email me at godsohman@gmail.com. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.